Good morning, guys. How are we? Gosh, balancing act. I really hope I can keep up with vlogs at the moment because I'm busy. But, you know why. But basically, things are going well. But there's a lot of work to be done, naturally. So, I am very tired, but it is just the way it is. It is not something that's, I'm going to say, is a negative because I don't feel it is. Good robot. I think he's gone home now. I pressed his home button to make him go home. He's noisy. He's doing my head in. So basically, it's been busy. It's been a lot, but it's not a burden. It's been a lot. I'm not going to say it's a burden because, guys, we're all in this together, and this world is an unkind place at the moment, and if, like I said before, be the kind place for some. There's a lot of us out there, not as many as the others, sorry to say. But I do believe in a better world in the future. Hang on, let me fix my ponytail because that's just like ridiculous. I mean, I look like shit anyway because I have not had much time for self-care at all. So it is what I am. Basically, I was born this way. Hi. This is my face. This is my only face. Okay? It's annoying even looking at it myself. Yeah, I'm getting old. Maybe it's starting to get to me. I'm like, I haven't got a lot of wrinkles though. I mean, I know I've got things that show age. I've got my first stripe. It's a little one, but I don't know. It's tucked away. It's on one of the sides, okay? And I was brushing my hair and I went, oh, hello, grey hair. Where have you been? I was expecting you years ago. My family said that they went grey young and I was going to, and I'm like, oh, it's not happening. I got a different gene. Maybe I'm an alien. 22Q. Maybe that's alien. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just being silly because, yeah, last night I had a Macca's caramel banana minion. Is it minion? Pie. Apple pie thing. But it didn't have apple. I don't want the apple. I want the caramel and banana. If you haven't had the caramel banana, if you are in Australia, if it's anywhere else, addicted. Have to be controlled with that because it's gluten and it doesn't make me feel very good. It actually, the larger quantity of gluten I eat, I get symptoms, guys. I didn't realize. I get temperatures. I feel sick. I feel unwell, like I'm about to get a flu feeling. Says a lot. Anyway, food is a drug. Remember that. But it was like a stress food. And then we have our safe foods, don't we, autistics? We have our safe foods. I'm sort of learning a lot of that with my person at the moment. Safe foods are important. Think of that when we are in a mode of like disorientation or stress, or what do you call it, autism burnout, which, you know, you're high risk of meltdowns, etc. And if people press your buttons, they can put you in a meltdown. And sometimes people do it on purpose because they're just assholes. But basically, safe foods, just don't forget about them. Allow yourself those safe foods. You know, like what I mean by that is if they're unhealthy and things, I get it. But isn't it funny how carbs is what we all want? The white carbs, anything white, the breads, the hot chips. Like I said before, it's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm learning a lot more about autism in just doing this. So I like that. Um, I've also popped down to my local centre nearby who has a coffee pancake morning. Of course, I won't do the pancake thing because the gluten, the celiac over here will be like, sorry. But I'll be there for the coffee. He said there's coffee. It's a trendy place. It's 5 minutes away. It's so trendy. So yeah, I'll probably give the choir a go as well, because all dependent on health, as you know, because that's the bitch that gets in my way. The health. Ugh. Gosh. But if I can, as you guys know, with all the stress I've been through, it's got to end, right? It's got to end. But there's reasons that I've got to go through some of these things because I've got to, because it's called justice. And you know me and justice. I see an injustice, and I know what people mean when they've talked about. One person shared some stories with me. Thank you to you. Appreciate it. But I remember Easter, we went to Woolworths, and it was Matt, myself, so Sarah, me, and it was actually one of my younger son's girlfriends who needed to grab something, so she came to the shops. It was our local shops, like literally we were 5 minutes from this little tiny shopping centre. It had a Woolies. So we're about to walk in. We're just in the car park still, and I see this lady on the ground being arrested, and she's screaming like, this is unfair, stop, I haven't done anything. And I'm seeing 3 screaming kids, and I'm like, no. So anyway, Matt's like, don't get involved. Yeah, watch me. Fuck that. So anyway, I step in and I said to the officers, oh God, I'm weird when I go into fight and flight mode, right? And I step in and I go, what's going on? What is the reason for this? And I'm pointing to her. I said, get her up. Take the cuffs off her right now. Like, seriously, is she really a threat to these blokes, right? Because they're big blokes. I'm like, really? Like, one was young. He was really, had no self-esteem, poor bugger. He's young, right? He's been chucked in this job. And I'm like, dude, you're not, like, if you're listening to this senior idiot, because it was a senior with a junior, as I think that's quite a common thing with rookies, they call them, I think, don't they? And I'm like, oi. And I looked at the senior who was arrogant as fuck, up himself. I said, no, like, this isn't adding up to me. You've got kids screaming here. You're traumatizing children. Like, you couldn't even do this away from the children. No, you have to. I was pissed. So anyway, saved her. We were witnesses, reported things with her, just like separately, but kind of with her. Anyway, on Facebook we chatted. She won her case in court, and he is no longer a police officer because he's a dick and did the wrong thing. And I knew it in my gut. I knew it. The welfare officer in me was like, this ain't going down. Anyway, those poor kids, that's what broke my heart, was just having to talk to the kids, and just especially one of the older children in the bunch. Just having to reassure, basically. It's hard, guys. Yeah, it's hard, this type of work. But basically, yes, the rest of my time, like I said, I've been to a place, it's a place in Perth called Humdrum. So if you're ever looking up somewhere like what I'm talking about, they offer those types of services. They also offer support workers. So that opens up more avenues for me for the support workers. So yeah, I liked it. And also we've been busy. Like, we decided to go to Kmart. That was just me, because I just like to be fun. So like, I was like, well, we're going to Kmart and we're going to get some stuff for, not me, of course, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't do like charity. right? I don't do like go to Red Cross and go, here you go. Because all they do is steal it for income. It doesn't go on anything else but income. I'm not paying for income. Sorry. Like, I know there's certain services they do, but I also know there's a lot of services that these places do that are free. And I am not impressed with op shops right now. And we all know it. Anyone in Australia, put your hand up. Otherwise, you haven't been to an op shop recently if you're not putting your hand up, because their prices are fucked. We give you this shit for free. And you go and sell it for like, to poor people. And then they don't even give free things to people who are like on pensions or on job seek or whatever. I've given clothes for those reasons, motherfuckers. So anyway, I don't give to that kind of crap. Because it's like, no, sorry, like, you don't serve the way I think really reaches people. So I do things in these ways. That's what I do. So, yeah, that I don't want at this point. Behind it, I'm going to put something else behind it. Sorry, just talking to Sir, who's just
Morning, crew. Haven't
arrived.
seen you in a long time.
He's just arrived.
Hope you're doing really well.
And you
We've been
bought
incredibly
a
busy.
fish
Oh, I've got a
stone.
starfish.
Oh, so this is a air stone, okay?
obviously a little
She
air
needs an
pump.
air stone.
That's a little one. Very quiet. The camera skills still haven't
I'm
Have you not
so
noticed?
sorry.
Well, you've got to be so flexible around this way. Oh, I'm still coming back this way.
My voice is so tight and
So,
croaky.
yes, air pump, additional air circulation for the little fishy.
Yes. So basically, sorry, yeah, I'm so tired. I've had a migraine in 2 days, so I've got to be careful of a seizure right now. Everyone, I was going to say everyone. Him particularly, because he's the always one. He's like, on alert! Right, red alert, keep an eye on her, because she's about to have... I feel like him and my doctor both seem to have this knowing of certain things, and they'll be like, oh, this and all that's going to happen. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah, nah, whatever. These people think they know more than me. I know my body. And we do. But, yeah, just sometimes I think with me, what it is denial. Seizures are very traumatic, just like a meltdown. Meltdowns can actually be seizures, guys. Look into that. I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. Read the literature. It is actually a real thing. Behavioral weird things that happen to us. And 25% of autistics have epilepsy. So if you're having seizures and you're being told they're not seizures, keep persisting. They're full of bullshit. Epidemiology is a very rare thing in Australia that's been studied. Not every neurologist knows epilepsy. So even if a doctor and nurse talks to you about it, they don't know fuck all about epilepsy, because not all neurologists know about epilepsy. And genetic epilepsy, nobody knows about, except for Professor Sheffer, who seems to be leading this whole thing of like research, leading studies. We have a group of people, Getter in Australia, is leading the bloody way. Good on them, right? And there's so many that need this, and I hope that as many people can get her help, their help, and I hope we get somewhere with genetic epilepsy, because it's bad. And we don't want risk factors, right? Because people are born with syndromes that cause these things, okay? So you're born with them, meaning it can happen to a baby, it can happen to a toddler, it can happen to a child, it can happen to a teenager, it can happen to an adult. Think about all of those things. Everyone's at risk for different reasons. Adults, car accidents. Gotta be careful. Swimming. Don't swim alone if you have epilepsy. There's so many things you don't get told. Anyway, it's just something that people don't know about. So I just make sure that the facts get out there, because there's so much bullshit. There really, really is. And even as much as Epilepsy WA and Epilepsy Australia do their best to try, I still think I think some of their staff probably do know about like genetic epilepsy and stuff like that, but some of their staff don't quite know how bad our neurologists are. And in Western Australia, oh fuck, where do I start? Our neurologists, they're just behind. I should be over east, unfortunately, to get more opportunity to speak to people that actually can. My goal would be to have the perfect combo of medications to work. But then again, I'm grateful that I don't have 6 seizures a day. So I have about 1 week or 2 weeks. So it could be
every 5 days at the moment. So let's aim for one for
don't
2
listen
weeks.
to him. I'm just in denial, like I
You're in
said.
Egypt,
Like
honey. You're
yeah,
the River Nile.
whatever. But basically, it is something that is being looked into now. So don't worry, guys. Like, if any of you autistics or any of you 22Qs listening and you do get your epilepsy, because this is part of our 22Q, big time. And trust me, if you've gone deeper into your DNA, like I know I have, there's 2 that that the Getter team have found 2, is it genomes they call them? To
Chromosomes.
the numbers that we found. Yeah, chromosomes. I've got the 2. So you may have the 2, but the problem is affordability of getting the testing. Makes me angry. But anyway, like, we will get there. Truth always comes out in the end. That's what I know about life. I tell you what, these people that just spin lies, I just sit back and go, and you need to say that about people in your life. I'm telling you now. Just get rid of toxic people. Don't tolerate it. I don't care if it's family. Don't tolerate it. Their narratives are just bullshit. They're just bitchy, mean. They want to be nasty to you. They want to break you. They want to like say, I'm better than you. People get like that. I don't know why. Sometimes it's phase. Sometimes it's permanent. Sadly, malignant. So don't tolerate it. Like, cut it off and just go, okay. And basically, autistics don't do well with toxicity in people. Just, it will cause you more meltdowns possibly. It could cause all sorts of things. It is just not something we need to go do. What was I talking about overall? Now, in the end, my brain has gone, what? Yeah, and I went, hey?
You've been offline.
I went on tangents. Or am I offline?
I'm wondering which one is which, especially with migraines and headaches.
Yeah, so I'm tired, but I'm tired because I've been busy, but I'm happy to be busy in these circumstances because social welfare is not easy, guys. But you know what? It's the best job in the world. Just like parenting, even though they can treat you like shit, it's still the best job in the world because creating a good life for human beings, I think, is an honor. And yeah, that's the goal, isn't it? Making sure that people have their best life. We've all got to make sure each other have that because, especially in disability, we have to stick together. Right? We have to stick together because nobody knows disability until they become disabled. But if people don't understand, they're never going to. Just cut them off. Like, they're never going to understand. They're always going to say, all these negative terms. Like, for disability, right, you're going to hear, you're too much. Or you might hear, I'm sick of your drama. You don't think I'm sick of my disability and I want to run away from it? You want to say that to someone with cancer? Oh, your chemo is so dramatic. I'm so sick of every time we have to go back for more. That's exactly the same thing. That's what you're saying to people. People do that to you when you have chronic illness, a genetic syndrome that has many physical problems, even autism, ADHD it could be, or the combo of the two. It could be anything, guys. We've seen, as you've seen on TikTok, a man with cerebral palsy get picked on because of the way he was speaking. That is disgusting. Like, fuck off with that. Okay? How dare you? Oh, anyway, I just punch people in the face if people do that. No, I wouldn't really, but that's what I want to do. Let me. Just once. I'm like, what's that kid? Oh, there's this movie and it's The Heat. No, not yeah, The Heat. And at the beginning it shows like, is it The Heat or is it 2 weeks notice? It's Sandra Bullock and it's like at the beginning of the movie it shows her as a kid, but it's not really her as a kid, but it shows a kid, right? And a boy's like bullying another kid. So she goes up to him and just punches him in the face. And I was like, oh, that's kind of like, that's what I was like at school. I was always sticking up for others, but I was bullied. I'd eat my lunch in the toilet. I was that kind of autistic in primary school. So cool. In my toilets, they were clean back then, guys. I was living in nice areas, so things were clean, right? But I'm just saying, like, I used to sit there and it was fully brick. And in Australia, it's always double brick. I don't know. Apparently that's not normal in other places, even in other places in Australia. But in Western Australia, our walls are double brick, right? Solid, like, solid brick, double wall. So I'm sitting there and it's dark because in those days they just didn't think to light it because it's Australia. We were a little bit behind. So this is like early 80s. Yeah, not 70s, like it's just past the 70s, early 80s. And basically I'd sit there and just eat my sandwich and I loved it. It was like, oh, it's so quiet and like it's dark and it just totally blocked out the noise. But as soon as you walked out the door, it was like all these kids, like would be speaking. 2 seconds. Sorry. All these kids would be like yelling and screaming and playing, And then I'd sort of like either sit somewhere and just watch. Like that was a common thing. I was a selective mute as a child in school. Or I would just, normally it would be like by invitation. Come and play this, and I'd be like, okay, and I'd go play. So timid, so like I have huge anxiety, which you see me manage very well now. But as a child, mega anxiety to the point where getting me to school was like, oh, really hard. Really hard because it was extreme anxiety. And that's tough on a kid. It's tough on an adult, let alone. So imagine being a kid and having to have extreme anxiety. And of course, school is an anxiety-provoking place. This is one of the triggers. There's many more, but that's one. Same with like medical. As a kid, I used to find that very anxiety-driven because normally things would have to be done with me because I had Skeeter syndrome. And if anything had to be like things like withdraw the fluid out or I remember my finger got jammed in the car door. That's nothing to do with my syndrome, but I got my ears pierced and I was so excited. I was like, oh, and we would drive up to the hobby farm and I wanted to show my nana because I got like my birthstone, which is the emerald because I'm born in May. And so it's the green emerald. And like, I wanted to race inside and say, hey, Nana, my ears are pierced. It really hurt, but I did it. Because they were like, oh, but it really hurts. See, my Nana and my mom, it's just a thing. They don't have the ears pierced. Never have. And they never will, probably. Well, They're old now. They never will. So basically, I was like in an era in a country of like, and in I guess like a socioeconomic different situation, to be honest, that everyone was getting their ears pierced, and I was like, well, this is the new age thing. People get their ears pierced. Jeez. So I managed to talk her into it because I was told, you're never getting it. You're going to have to be 18 if you want it. It was a flat out no, strict as. Anyone else got South African parent? You know what I'm fucking talking about. It's corporal punishment and shit. And sometimes it can go too far. But anyway, basically, I'm so proud that I got my ears pierced and it hurt and I did it. So I ran in. But as I run in and close, well, before I run in, as I'm running out of the car and get my finger caught and slammed it. Now this fingernail grows real wonky. It's got like a wave, like the beach. It's weird. And I have to cut it off because it's like, it looks weird. So yeah, I slammed it in the car door and it just ballooned. So it had to be, all I remember is being held across my arms, which as an autistic being held, I know what you mean. In a high anxiety situation, when I had a gut feeling something was going to happen. I was like, I'm at the doctor, something's going to happen. Now, this guy I knew quite well because it's a country town. You only have one doctor. You only get one doctor. Yeah, we had a hospital, little teeny tiny hospital, but mainly anything bigger. It was like Albany Hospital, which was just an hour away. But basically, like, this was I knew this dude, but his voice was different, and I was like, something's up, like, and he's holding my arm away from me, which I thought was like, okay, after he inspected it. And he's like, the last second I remember is I turned and he's holding a stick of fire. I'm like, what the hell is he going to do? I'm thinking, is this one of Uncle Ray's magic tricks? And my mum's like she was told, hold it down. Bang. He did it. That feels better. It's a shit show. And I was like, and then I lost trust in that doctor. So, silly doctor. Like, I was all cool with him, right? He was an old codger, and I was like, yeah, you're kind of like, he was older than my grandfather. And like, I was like, you're a cool dude. Like, I like you. I think he used to give like lollipops or something. I'm sure it was something like that. But I used to like him. He was very good to us kids. And like, after that, I was like, nah, I'm done. You just, yeah. It's a bit like another doctor that I have that I was like, oh, he keeps tricking me like the same way, but like he's my current doctor now, so I have to sort of like be understanding because it's all for the right reasons. But I'm just saying, like, I had to have like to check to see if my sinuses are infected, and so I had to have the nasal swab thing. No, but at least we found it because I get there is 2 different sinus infections you can get, dry and then just the normal mucusy one, but I can get the dry ones, and so they don't think it's one. Most doctors don't know about it. I went to an ear, nose and throat specialist and knows all about it. I know all about it. Also for my son I had to do the same thing, so I know all about these things. And it really hurt. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's just, and then there was another trick thing anyway. I was like, no, I don't trust him now. And then it's like 2 seconds later, it's like, no, okay, yeah, no. This is for the right reasons. And also, in a bad way, but in a way of like, it just led me to the right direction with my epilepsy, was when you have an iron infusion and you have epilepsy, you shouldn't, because status epilepticus. That's what happened to me, and to many. I think look up the percentage, but I don't know, it's pretty high. I was like, yeah, that kind of like, yeah. But it still was a hard road at first because a nurse, she thought it was the drug thing that I was like on drugs because in between my seizures in this status epilepticus, I was having syncope, which is fainting, right? So I was fainting all the time, seizures, fainting, seizures. It was a shit show for 3 days. It was horrible, just from an iron infusion, and I didn't even have a full one. I had like saline mixed with only a very smaller one. We went because of my mast cell. We went slow, so my body didn't go into shock. But naturally, having epilepsy, boom, everything went nuts. And that is one way to know what's going on with that. But one nurse, she went whack apparently. Oh, that sounded loud. Was that hard? Did the nurse hit me that hard?
She hit you harder than that, yeah.
Oh, harder than that. Well, I don't remember this. I don't remember feeling it. So I know there was people around me at certain points, like with my fuzzy vision. I know there was people around me, you know, either side and that. But yeah, she thought I was a druggy bitch. Like they'd already taken like urine samples and all that. They checked for that shit. I'm not on drugs. They'd been given the whole list of meds. And, you know, it was really sad because I had a really lovely nurse who was my carer because I lived in a just total different location. And I adored her. I've had a few good carers, guys, who I've really adored. And basically, she's a nurse from South Africa. And so we were just like this and we got on really well. But yeah, she had to leave the room apparently. Matt said like she just walked out. She was so disgusted. She goes, this would not happen in South Africa. And I was like, really? This, like, Australia's bad, guys. Like, don't get fooled by one good experience or it's, you need private cover if you can. And I know that people can't. So, look, I understand, but scary. But yeah, basically that was 3 days of fun. Loved it. Fuck's sake. But I pulled through and but I needed to get my weight on because I was like so underweight and I couldn't eat because before I got the right medications, I would throw up before my seizures. It was part of my, I guess it's pre-ictal stage. I would actually throw up. So, but now all I do is feel incredibly sick, but I don't throw up. But I always think I am, but I don't. But yeah, got the right meds. Eplum for me seems to be my main good one. That really just kind of, it took a little bit of time, but yeah, it settled them down from 6 a day to, like he said, once every 5 days. But that's only temporary because, well, I don't know actually, because my heart is possibly, maybe they're just setting each other off. You know, who's setting it? But is it the chicken or the egg? We don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if they're smart enough to work it out. We always do our own research and hand it to them and they go, do a test. There you go. Oh, fuck's sake. Except for my doctor, my good doctor, he'll pick something up. He's smart enough to, but oh my God, they're so freaking stupid. So, yeah. Do your own research too. There's many journal articles that you can read. I know that for some of us it might be easy if you've been to university and you've read scientific journals. It will be a little bit easier to do. But just remember, any terminology used, just look it up. Just do, like, as you're reading it, look up anything you don't understand in a dictionary. And if you can't find it in the normal dictionary, look at medical dictionary or whatever else. But you can educate yourself, and all you need to do is you say to your doctor, whichever doctor it is for whatever, hey, I read this article. The article explains this. You can even hand them the article so that they know the source. They know where it came from. And trust me, it's actually led to me diagnosis, because no one's going to take the time to read through massive amounts of journal articles or different things more than you are. Your doctor's not going to, they don't get paid to do so, I guess, because the time we spend reading, that's hours sometimes. So naturally they don't. Some should, like, I know that that's what we're working on with my medical team, is we're trying to get me a specialist between 2Q, that, or at least a specialist that will say, I'll be the one that runs the team, rather than I've got like the director of the hospital running the team. But he's never available because he's busy. It's bloody stupid. So trying to change it with my disability advocate to say, well, hey, we need to like have a medical person who leads the team, because then the person's available, not someone who's too busy, who's now gone into an administration role. That's just stupid. But rare syndromes, guys, they don't give a shit about us. There's not enough of us to care about. We're not we're not in droves. We're not massive amount, which they don't care, because it's like, there's only so many of you. Why invest in having a doctor just for that, when there's only that? When you think about it, being a rare syndrome, there's going to be way less people in my city that's going to need that doctor, and there's many hospitals. So anyway, it's just how it is. But it's not right, but it is how it is. Rare syndromes get treated this way. Everybody knows it. So many nurses said it. So many doctors have said it. It is the way it fucking is. So if you've got a rare syndrome, sorry if that's your experience too. Because I know that there are a lot of places doing it right. They have a 22Q specialist available. Wow, imagine that. Imagine being a real world. The world isn't real. Everyone's full of shit. I'm sorry. I can't help it. But everyone's full of shit. This world is not real. You have to be everything in your life. You have to advocate for everything in your life. So yeah, and if people around you can't do it, help them. Like hashtag save the humans. I know saving animals is beautiful. Love that. But hashtag save the humans. So yeah. So anyway, I will try and keep up. He's doing some weird stuff there. Look at that. Yeah. Cleaning Tinks.
Yeah.
She's got
to know what this starfish is all about.
You're getting a new airstone. Not maybe in the middle.
It's fine.
Okay. Because if she doesn't want the oxygen, like, in her face, you know, it's a bit of a facial, isn't it? Like, imagine that, some oxygen.
Oxygen therapy, imagine.
Sounds like my hydrotherapy. I love water. Get in there. But basically, yeah, look after each other. So, but I will try and keep up with my videos. I don't want to let anyone down. I miss you guys, and I miss doing my videos for you guys, because I'm really missing you all. Like, I really am. I hope you guys are all going well. Feel free to share with me what's going on for you if you want to, so that I can chat with you in the comments. Remember that long ones sometimes can make me overwhelmed, but I understand why you do, because I don't do things in short form. I can't talk. He's laughing at me. Can't talk, right? So there's proof. But yeah, my brain is very consumed and tired, but it's all good. I'm here. I want to be. This is my calling. Look at that. Blocks out the light. I need a bit of a... This is our relaxed day today, guys, by the way. We're well, probably going to end up being productive. We've got a list of things we want to do.
I'm heading off to an ultrasound in a moment.
He's got an ultrasound for his elbow.
We have a meeting with the NDS at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we're being the show-arounders with the people that run this place and started this place and
the SDA, Special Disability Accommodation.
So, and we're happy to be that for them because they've done us. They are such an ethical provider, an amazing provider, an awesome provider, and I'm going to tell the NDS that this is the prototype that you need to use, okay? Because it's affordable for everyone, both sides of the coin, every side of the coin. So two sides of the coin, but let's just see, just to say it rolls and there's the other side of the coin, because there is. There's 3 sides of the coin. One of them just goes around it. Well, if you think the world is a globe, there's many countries. You're going to deny that? No. But anyway, like, there is things that we're probably going to be getting done today. But today is meant to be, I called it a sloth day. I said to everyone this morning, we need to be a sloth day today. But we're all busy. Yeah. We're all doing things. So, do you know what I mean? Those kinds of days where you say to yourself, I'm going to chill. And then all of a sudden I'm going to get a few things done. But we're not going to do hard, full-on stuff, are we?
No. No, you're not.
Anyway, I hope you guys are going okay. And I will do a video. Hopefully I can squeeze one in even today. I will aim to. I'll see how I go because I can't not have a video out for you guys each day to say hi. Oh my goodness. That'd be rude because we are a community. And anyway, I know what it's like when my YouTubers don't post. I'm like, excuse me, hello? Look, I know that everyone understands and I know that I'm always understanding when my vloggers don't post. It's like, hey, you don't owe me anything. I know that, but like, it's just, I really like doing what I do here as well as, because I'm like, through the screen, I'm in this with any of you that are doing it hard with other disability, even if it's just autism, because autism has battles. And it's not because of us, it's because of the world. It's because of the neurotypical disorders. But yeah, it's just, I want to do, I've got so many minis. Oh my gosh, guys, they're coming. They're coming. I have got the Master Chef one. So I've got new ones that you haven't seen coming to you. So basically, stay tuned. And sir, do you want to say goodbye? You're upstairs there.
Hi.
You're going to the loft, are we?
I'm just getting a high view on everything because I work.
He's going to the loft.
Electric.
He's actually going to the power.
Power.
Sorry, we're having such fun here
Fun.
But she needs her oxygen. The fish needs oxygen.
Better her than you, eh?
I've been educated on this, and it's for the gills. All about the gills. Hashtag gills matter.
Gills.
So she needs some oxygen through the gills. So let's give her some gills of like oxygenated gills.
Gillyweed.
It's like taking your multivitamin, right?
As Harry Potter would say.
Or is it like breathing? What?
Gillyweed.
Oh, don't be that Harry Potter guy. Oh my gosh.
No.
You know that? Yeah. Harry Potter.
Harry. Yeah.
Oh, I want Hagrid. Is it Hagrid? The big.
Yeah, it's the big guy.
I want that guy, and I want him to be sitting at my front door guarding me all the time, making me feel safe. I love that guy. I love that. You know those people that can make you just feel so safe. And you can pick on me saying, "Oh my God, you need a man to make you feel safe." Yeah, well, I fucking do. Because you know why? Men are tough. Yeah, they are. They have like different fiber. They have extra muscle fibers. You know that? Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm not being sexist or anything or anti, you know, people that don't have a man in their life for any reason. There's many reasons for that. That's not what I'm saying is you have to have one. I'm just saying I want a Hagrid, a real one, who sits at my front door and hangs out with me and makes sure that I'm safe. Anyway. Oh, the Harry Potter movie. It just sticks, doesn't it? My hair the other day. Sir did take a picture, but I ended up just deleting it by accident without posting it to you guys. It was funny. I was holding my Hermione doll. I love my Hermione doll. And, you know, my hair, because it looked like it, because I tried the mousse thing. I was experimenting with because I have wavy hair, but then when I blow dry, it just goes straight. It's very confusing. It's weird hair. It is what it is. I was born with quite sort of curl hair, and then as it gets longer, it gets less of that. But anyway, I think it's the Scottish little bit going, because some of my uncles had curly, buffy hair. But basically, yeah, it was a funny photo. I'm sorry I couldn't show up. I should have. It was funny. It really was like, holy crap. Like, everyone's going to say, you've got Hermione hair. And it would have been like, accurate. And you know what? Anyone that's into the Loricana cards, I'm getting to that as well. I have got some little plastic clear sleeves to put them in. I just have to get a booster pack. Oh, I might be able to afford it. I might get a booster pack this fortnight. Oh, imagine that. But the lady told me she got whole packs out the back that she could put aside for me if I wanted to. And I was like, oh. And then she told me the price, and I went, oh, no. I'll wait on that, like, just to be nice, because I don't like offending. Because she was so sweet at EB Games. It's an autistic heaven, anyway, EB Games. Yeah, but basically, she told me the price. I was like, yeah. And then when we went in the car, I said, sir, I don't think I can do that. And he's like, no. And I'm like, I know, but I wish I could. The packs they have, they're amazing. They sounded awesome. I was like, that's heaven. I want that. I want that. But anyway, if anyone's into that, I'll be showing how they look. They're very cheap from EB Games. You can get the sort of the not so clear ones, whatever that's called. I can't think of it right now. I got the ultra clear ones because I just like that look of it being like nice and shiny. So they'll protect my cards from being damaged. You don't have to play the game to collect this editions. And I want to get the next edition soon, which is called, oh my God, my brain is so fried, something of the fire. But yeah, so I've got the first chapter, if you want to know. That's what I've only just begun. So yeah, there's plenty of things coming, guys, and hang in there, and I will get onto those things for you, because I like to share these things with you guys, as you know. That's what I do. So have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and a good night, whatever this is reaching at whatever time. And like I said, you can always comment anything below. And look, definitely tell me if any videos I talk about that I'm going to do. Let me know if you're like, oh, love that one. Yeah. Just let me know. And then I can give you what you like. Because if it's things that I'm talking about that I like, you like, happy to do so. So anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.